A new bill for Social Security to eliminate benefit cuts. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to share with you the details of a new bill that was released that would completely eliminate benefit cuts for about 66% of Social Security beneficiaries. Now, as of right now, there are some rules in place that do reduce benefits for a lot of beneficiaries, and this would be very welcomed news because this would completely eliminate those reductions. Therefore, let's get into it and talk through the details and what this means for beneficiaries. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate your support. If you have not done so yet, make sure to hit that big old button right down below the video. Subscribe to the channel as it is a very busy time of year right now, and next year is coming quickly, and it's going to be another busy time as a lot of changes will be implemented to Social Security and of course other fixed income benefits, as well as for the low income. A lot of programs are changing in a major way, and again, I'm bringing you those updates every single day in these short videos right here on the channel. So again, please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward, and let's get into it and talk through the details of this new bill, how this would eliminate benefit cuts going forward, and what this means for, like I said, about 66% of beneficiaries. Now let me share with you some quick numbers really fast here. So of all the Social Security beneficiaries, there's about 70 million people who do receive benefits administered by Social Security every single month. Now get this, according to the statistics, about 66% of beneficiaries claim their benefit prior to their full retirement age. About 24% of beneficiaries claim their benefit at their full retirement age, and about 10% of beneficiaries wait until the age of 70. Okay, now that we understand this, let me share with you some other details. Right now, there are some limits put in place. They're represented as the earnings test. Now, sometimes this could be referred to as income limits, earnings limits, whatever you want to call it. It's all essentially the exact same thing that we're referring to. But right now, as I record this video in 2023, there are earnings limits on those individuals that file for their benefit prior to their full retirement age. It is $1,770 on average per month, or $21,240 for the entire year. If you earn over that, which you certainly can have earnings over that if you'd like to, but just be aware of this. If your earnings are above that, your benefits will be reduced by $1 for every $2 that you earn over that limit. That is a massive reduction to benefits, right? So, like I've said before in other videos, you got to be aware of this stuff, because if you earn over that, now you're basically working for like part-time. You're working for half the money, right? Because they're taking it away out of your benefit. So, anyway, that is the threshold as of right now. Now, obviously in 2024, that number will be increasing a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit it will be increasing. And again, I'll bring you those details as we get that announcement. But here's the new piece of legislation that was released. They want to completely eliminate the earnings test for those individuals that file for Social Security benefits prior to full retirement age. Now, why would they do such a thing? Well, first off, why have an earnings limit in the first place? Does that make any logical sense? I mean, maybe for some people, but for me, it does not make any logical sense why there would be an earnings limit test in place for those people who are filing for benefits before their full retirement age. If somebody wants to earn more than that, leave them alone. Let them do exactly what they want, right? Stop trying to micromanage our lives. I guess that's what I feel like anyway. So anyway, as a result of that, they want to reduce and completely eliminate the earnings test. Now, this would be awesome for a lot of people, because we all know the last few years here have been really rough with all of this inflation, and a lot of people, unfortunately, are needed to pick up part-time work, full-time work, a side hustle, some kind of small business, starting their own thing, whatever it happens to be. A lot of people are having a hard time right now making ends meet. Well, as a result of that, they've introduced this new bill. The name of the bill is Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act. Again, Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act. If you'd like to look it up, by all means, there you go. You can feel free to look that up if you'd like to. But basically what they want to do is, with this legislation, they want to completely eliminate the earnings test or the income threshold, the earnings limits, whatever we call it. Again, it's all referring to the same thing. So they would want to completely eliminate that. Essentially, as somebody earning Social Security prior to full retirement age, they could essentially earn whatever they want, just like somebody who is beyond their full retirement age. And again, remember, somebody after their full retirement age, their earnings limit is nothing. It's unlimited. They can earn as much as they want, or they can earn as little as they want. So that's what's interesting about this, because Remember this much as well. For every 1 month that you claim benefits prior to your full retirement age, benefits are reduced by 0.5%, okay? So you have that reduction right there that is built into the benefit by claiming early. Then, if you're just trying to make ends meet by making a little bit of money on the side with a part-time job, a full-time job, a side hustle, a small business, whatever you're trying to do, now again, you potentially are facing even another reduction to benefit if you earn over that limit. I don't know, like I said a minute ago, doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. So that's what I really like about this piece of legislation here, is that would completely eliminate it, right? So anyway, now this whole thing is coming up right here because of the last couple of years and all of this inflation that is really, really having a pretty big impact on fixed income beneficiaries who really are having a hard time right now because of this inflation. The money is just not there, right? And again, I don't need to go into a bunch of details about that. I don't need to explain that in great detail simply because you're probably experiencing that right now, right? So yeah, a lot of people that are living on fixed income are really experiencing the effects of this inflation and what it is doing to fixed income benefits, because we all know benefits are not keeping up with the real cost of living, right? That's pretty obvious. We've talked about that before in other videos. It's pretty obvious that benefits are well below where they really need to be to keep up with real inflation, unlike the 8.7% COLA we got this year, which is significantly below what it was supposed to be and where it really should have been to actually meet real inflation on a lot of things that all of us are buying on a regular basis. Anyway, this is the piece of legislation that's out there now. Now, obviously, I want to make this very clear. This has not been passed through Congress yet, but just like all the other packages out there and all the other pieces of legislation, this is another one we can add to our list. This one, in my opinion, is actually pretty good. Now, here's the thing. A lot of the legislation out there, I wouldn't necessarily say that, okay? Some of the legislation that's out there, it's like, well, it's okay, it's not great, it's just what it is. And a lot of times things like that, they just kind of, they get introduced and then they just kind of disappear. This one, in my opinion, is actually pretty good. It makes logical sense to me to eliminate the earnings threshold or the earnings test, because if somebody wants to earn a little bit more and just to make ends meet, why should they be punished for that? Why should somebody's benefit be eliminated reduced in a pretty significant way if they're just trying to get ahead a little bit? I don't know. Just seems like, unfair punishment. Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. But I do like this new piece of legislation here, this one. So again, if you'd like to look it up, Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act. If you want to, there you go. That's the name of it. And I'll keep an eye on this along with all the other pieces of legislation that are out there. A lot of things that are happening right now and a lot of potential changes on the table for Social Security, impacting millions upon millions of people out there right here, right now. So, which quick side note, I was just kind of running the numbers in my head as I was talking there. 66% of Social Security beneficiaries, there's about, according to the numbers, I've seen all kinds of numbers across the board. Call it about 60 million or so Social Security retirement beneficiaries, okay? I've seen 56, I've seen 57, I've seen 64. I've seen numbers all over the place, but let's just call it for nice round purposes here. Let's just call it 60 million Social Security beneficiaries receiving Social Security retirement beneficiary or benefits, okay? Just for some nice round numbers here, 66% would be about 30 million people. Actually, it'd be about 33 million people. So 33 million people of the roughly 70 million people getting benefits out of Social Security receive benefits prior to the full retirement age. So this would directly impact about 33 million beneficiaries. Pretty big, right? That's a lot of people. That's a huge percentage of people. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there really quickly. I was thinking about it as I was talking. I thought, oh, this might be interesting to throw out there really quickly. I was just kind of calculating as I was going there. So there you go. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to leave it down below in the comment section. I'll do what I can to answer those for you. Otherwise, make a dedicated video where I see fit. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel so you can make sure to stay tuned with everything going on. Otherwise, share the video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Enjoy your day. That's about it. Have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.